Little Beach Boys bringing us back on the program on this Friday. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. I'm excited to talk to our next guest. He's going to be at the historic Franklin Theater this Sunday with two shows at 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock, and we bring in comedian Brad Upton on, who joins us on the program now. Brad, how you doing?
Good. It's baseball season started, so I'm excited.
Okay, who's your team?
Mariners, Seattle Mariners.
Okay.
They hit 4 home runs last night and lost 6-4, so they're the Mariners.
Well, you got the Big Thumper, which is a great nickname.
Dumper. Yeah.
Well, that's
it. And we got a shot this year. And you know what? I've been a fan for 50 years, and you know how it is when you're a sports fan. Your heart's been broken so many times. You can't give you all your heart yet.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. We're Titans people here, so we've seen it for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You understand.
Are you a Seahawks fan too?
Yes, sir. And that took us by surprise in Seattle this year.
Yeah.
We did not see that coming.
That very, very cool. So you're coming to the historic Franklin Theater in Franklin, Tennessee this Sunday for 2 shows at 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Have you ever been to Franklin before?
I have not, but I've heard nothing but good things, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a great little small town, and I have a feeling you're going to have a really good crowd.
Yeah, I do too. I'm looking forward to it. You know, I'm doing this special, and it's going to be a little over an hour long, and Nate Bargatze is the producer, so I am in good hands.
How do you know, how'd you get to know Nate?
I've just gotten, he's got Nate Land, and some of his formats have been on his shows before, and, he's just done a lot of nice things for a lot of comics. He doesn't have to do that, and he does, and it's a big deal, and to get him to produce the show is a big deal.
Hey, Brad, Big Joe here. Listen, we got to back up for a second. The Big Dumper, right?
Right.
So you know my college roommate.
Who's that?
The Big Dumper, right? And don't we all have a friend, the Big Dumper, right? I mean, we've got friends that we nicknamed that, right? There you go.
My dad was the original Big Dumper.
Right. I'm sorry. I've never heard that nickname before. It just caught me off guard there. So you understand, you're coming to town, and we're going to talk about your special, and I think you're very, very, very funny. But the heartbreak of being a Mariners fan, you've never been to the World Series, you live and die with the team. I mean, that's why I love guys like you who stick with your team through thick and thin.
I went to the second game in history. I didn't go to the opening night in 1977. It was sold out. I waited too late. So I went the next night when there were 5,800 people in there.
You could pick your seat, right?
Oh, yeah. I bought a cheap one and headed down to the expensive one.
All right, I got to ask you, were you there in the Kingdome the night that Bo Jackson ran over your Seahawks?
Yes, I was.
No, get out of here.
I was sitting down in the end zone. He ran right towards me.
Holy cow. What a night that was. 1987 too, man.
Yeah, and about 2 months earlier, I saw him hit a 500-foot home run in that same dome. And then like 6 weeks later, I saw him just destroy the Seahawks. I was there. I was at that ballgame.
Oh, that's awesome. Brad Upton is with us. He's at the Franklin Theater. 2 shows on Sunday, 3 and 7. Now, we had Brian Bates on our show Tuesday, and we love Brian.
Yeah, he's great.
He's taping a special this weekend as well. Now, when you tape these specials, do you stop for the camera, or you just go full throttle through both shows and they edit them together?
Yeah. We'll go through both of them. We don't stop anything. And then usually at the end of the 2 of them, you'll tell the crew, I like the second one better than the first one, or vice versa. And sometimes they'll take something out. I mean, if you stumble over something, they can edit them together. But for the most part, there's not a lot of editing going on.
Well, that's good because you're a professional, Brad, and we like professionals.
That's what I'm hoping for. I've got this thing dialed in.
Brad, what was your profession before you got into comedy full time?
I taught 4th graders, and I coached high school track.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
4th graders? Oh, man.
Yep. Well, I've told people entertaining a room full of drunks and a bunch of 10-year-olds is not a big career change. It is the same skill set.
Now, did you still teach while you were pursuing stand-up, or did you just quit altogether and then go full-time?
I had a 2-year overlap there when I first started, and then I was doing both, and then I thought, you know what, I think I can make a living doing this. And I tried to take a year's leave of absence in the school district, and they wouldn't give it to me. And so I said, well, then I quit. So I quit, and that was 40 years ago.
Brad Upton is with us. So you briefly toured with Joan Rivers?
I did.
What was that like?
She was a blast, man. She was a pro, too. She was fun. She was sweet as can be. She would take a shot of vodka right before she walked out every night.
That's pretty good. I mean, that calms the nerves, right, I guess?
Yeah, she had that in her rider. She wanted a pint of vodka in the dressing room, and she'd pour a shot, and right before she walked out, bang, knock that back and go out there and put the foot on the floor.
What does Brad Upton drink before? Pineapple juice? What do you got when you go out there?
Yeah, I'm not exciting at all. Maybe a sugar-free Red Bull.
That's pretty good. Tell me about Johnny Mathis. I love Johnny Mathis.
I worked with Johnny for 18 years. I toured with Johnny for 18 years. And the nicest guy in the world. And, man, he retired last spring, and he could still sing at 91 years of age. He could still hit the high notes. It was unbelievable.
How long, and this is a very dumb question. I'm famous for dumb questions, Brad. How long did it take you to warm over a Johnny Mathis audience with your comedy?
Well, you know what? It's a good question. It's not a dumb question. It's a good question. The way he would do the show is Johnny would come out and sing for about 40 minutes, and then he would introduce me, and he'd say, I got my friend coming out here, a very funny friend. He's going to come out here and entertain you, and I will be back in a little while. And I would come out and do 25 minutes, and then we'd go to intermission, and then he'd come back out and sing 45 minutes. So I actually went up in the middle of the show, and all those people love Johnny. And so when he says, here's my friend that you're going to like, I walk out, they already like me.
Oh.
It was great. He set the table up great.
That's okay. Do other musical acts do that? I mean, because to me, that's brilliant.
No, nobody. He told me years ago, he said, I always wanted to open the show because I wanted the people to know I was there. Because he said, I went to a concert years ago, and the headliner didn't show up, and they tore the place apart. He goes, so I wanted them to know I was in the building.
Nice.
Yeah. And then, with my 25-minute set, intermission, he had a 45-minute break in the middle of his show.
True. Well, good point.
Brad Upton is with us again. You can check him out at the Franklin Theater this Sunday at 3 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Just go to franklintheater.com or bradupton.com to get tickets. If someone has never seen you before and they're coming on Sunday, what should they expect?
You'll see a lot of observational stuff. I'm known as a clean comic, although I'll tiptoe along the lines of slightly naughty, but you can bring the kids if you want. You can bring your parents, and I'll make fun of some millennials and some Gen Z. That's low-hanging fruit to me, but you'll have a great time. Is
doing that. We've talked to a lot of comics about this, but the clean comedy thing, which is great. Is it harder to do if you're completely clean?
Yeah, I think so. And it's not. There's some dirty acts that I think are hysterical, but
sure.
I just don't. That's just not what I do. And I've told people nobody's ever walked out of a show because it was too clean. And when you're watching a clean show, you don't necessarily know you're watching a clean show. You know what I mean? Afterwards, you're like, you know what? That guy didn't curse at all.
That is like a comedian told us years ago, the first rule of comedy, be funny.
Yeah, absolutely. Be funny. That's the number one.
Brad Upton is with us. He's the Franklin Theater this weekend. 2 shows on Sunday, 3 and 7. Now, quick question. Please tell me Nate Bargatze shows up like Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. He's just a tyrant. Please tell me that. He's the nicest guy in the world, but I need to know that he's a tyrant.
He's the nicest guy in the world. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
But it's you're doing this for Nateline Entertainment, and you've done it before. And you've gotten tens of millions of views, Brad, on YouTube and all your things. Are you still pinch yourself to see when you got so many people know you and watch your specials?
Oh, absolutely. I'm telling you, I didn't blow up on the internet till year 34 of my career. So I was like, holy, this is no one more surprised than me. I'm like, are you kidding me?
By the way, you're at the Grand Ole Opry on Tuesday, March 31st.
I am. I'm at the Opry, and I got that from some of the videos that blew up online. I contacted the entertainment director. She goes, well, I'm one of the 100 million that have seen you. I'd love to have you. So that is an honor. It's the Opry. Come on. It's they don't use very many comedians. So to walk out there and stand in that circle is always surreal.
Very good.
Very, very cool. Brad, appreciate the time today. We're excited to have you in Nashville and in the Franklin Theater this Sunday, 3 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Appreciate it. Good luck, and we'll talk soon.
I appreciate it. I thank you, and the Big Dumper thanks you.
Absolutely. That is Brad Upton joining us here on the program. Again, you can go to bradupton.com or franklintheater.com to get tickets to either show at 3 o'clock or 7 o'clock on Sunday. Really good stuff with him. We'll get back to our question.
Real quick, who is the Big Dumper that he's talking about?
The Cal Raleigh, the catcher for the Mariners.
Okay.
He hit what did he end up hitting last year?
62.
Yeah, 62 home runs.
That's got to be the most ever for a catcher.
Yes, it was. Yeah. It didn't beat Aaron Judge's record because he beat Roger Maris's record.
Aaron Judge ain't a catcher.
Yeah,
right,
but that was
for
the
a cat,
year.
I see what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, very cool. Appreciate that. We'll get back to our question and much more coming up next. Chris Sanders at 1 o'clock. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game.